holidays, YouTube family. So today what I'm going to do is, it's been a minute since I got the contact sonogram, almost a year, or actually a year around this time, but I wanted to do like another video now that I know what the hell I'm doing with it. But today we were sonogramming some girls that we needed to update from last month, so I figured since we got the sonogram out, we would do a video just kind of showing us doing a couple sonograms. I'm not going to do a video long enough to show us doing them all, but I will show us doing a couple. Michael is going to be my assistant right now. Normally my husband is the one who's assisting with that process, but Michael is great at it as well, so he's going to be my assistant today, and hopefully we got some good upgrades on measurements for a couple of the girls that we actually measured last month. Stay tuned. Alright, so first we're going to sono while she's still staying still, specifically our Inchy Lesser Pastel Share. I actually started off pairing Share off with my Exantic Bumblebee, but then I changed my mind and then I decided to put her with my Black Pastel Hat Desert Ghost, because that would actually work for me with some future plans. So before she gets too active, because we normally have to put her head in a pillowcase to calm her down, but today she's really good for the moment. So Michael's going to get prepared. Michael's only job is to hit the freeze button, because I don't have a pedal on this. So that's the freeze button right there. So when I tell Michael to hit freeze, he's going to hit that. Are you ready, Michael? So you guys probably can see the screen. Actually, probably better than I can right now, because I'm on a weird angle. But here's, you can see follicles already. Now she's going to start to move. Michael, can you hit freeze? I need you to move fast. This is why I like having Slim, because he be going to hit freeze. So I don't know if you guys can see that, but where Michael just hit freeze on the camera, you can see the follicles right there. I'm going to measure one of them. I'm actually using the mouse too. So I'm just hitting measure. I'm going to measure just distance. And I'm just going to go from here. I like to go kind of diagonal sometimes too, but let's, for this purpose, go from here to here. And right now that's about 15 millimeters, 15.4 millimeters. So she definitely progressed from the last time we actually did her. So distance 1, 15.4, distance 2, 15.6. So her average follicle is 15.5. So yeah, she's definitely bigger than what she was the last time. So we're going to hit save on that, Michael. This one. I just hit it save. So 15.5 for her. So that's good. Michael, hand me a paper towel and we're going to clean this off and get ready for the next snake. Alright, so next up we got Naomi. And Naomi is actually my Inchy Champagne. I got her from Bomb Projects as a proven breeder, and also a male at the same time who was a proven breeder that Bomb was pairing her to, and that was Mr. And Mr. is a Leopard Desert Ghost Het Clown. So we started off putting her with Mr. because that's where Bomb was paying her. But once I got her, I decided to want to go a different direction, and I started to pay her with Turks, who is my leopard orange dream calico 66% desert ghost, because also that makes more sense for some of my future plans. So we're going to go ahead and get the sonogram lubed up, or the probe lubed up. And hopefully she's further along than what she was the last time we sonoed. So far she's in a great position, because she's another one who would move sometimes. You ready, Michael? Mm-hmm. I'll tell you when to hit freeze. She got, as you can see, guys, it goes straight to follicles for her. Let's try to get a good view. I'm gonna press a little bit, Michael, to get a clear view. Oh, you know what I didn't do? So guys, just a quick note. You would have saw the first one clear if I actually increased the frequency like I normally do. So the frequency I put on 10 because you can see so much better. So we was able to see the first one really good, but we would have saw it even better. As you can see already, with me just changing the frequency, how clear these are compared to when I first showed you the screen. So, Michael, when I tell you to hit freeze, freeze. Wait a minute, hold on, she just moved. Freeze now. Okay, so I'll measure those. And let's take your biggest one, or the biggest one I see right now. Probably some more, I'm gonna go look again, but this is the biggest one I see so far. And she's not much bigger than what she was the last time, but not smaller either. So average 11.3 on that one. All right, and let's hit clear for me, Michael. Let me see if I look at her.
Yes, ma'am.
You got it on your head, girl. Watch out. The freeze button again. No, yeah, that one. Yep. So let's try to see if we can get a different picture. Put a little bit more on that. All right, Michael, look at her. Hi, Mama. Hi, Mama. You can tuck underneath for me. You ready? Mm-hmm. All right, so let's go back this way. So there's a bunch of follicles in there, as you can see. It's quite a bit. I just need her to stay still. I'm trying to hold it in place. Come on, Mama. No, I just want to get that picture. Lord Jesus. We don't want to pillowcase you. Michael, keep her still. Just want to get one more picture, then I'm going to put you back. Like right in here. See where how clear that picture was going to be for me? And then I'll put you back. Alright. See, it's a bunch of them in there. I mean, as you can see, it's a lot of follicles. I mean, she's a big girl, so I'm not surprised. But the larger ones are probably about the same size, about that 11, 12 that we just measured. So, good with that. So, we'll keep pairing her. I'll see if she'll eat today again. And then if she eats, after she sheds again, I'll pair her up with her hubby again, which is Turks. And like I said, Turks is the leopard OD calico 60% het desert ghost. So both of them, the males that I had, like I said, I started off pairing her to a different male. He was also he was actually he's a visual desert ghost, but I decided, like I said, to go a different direction with producing some multiple hets with her. So all right, that's Naomi. So we say Naomi averages about 11.3 right now. I'm going to go ahead and move to the next girl. All right, so here we have the Ivory Pastel Het Pod. She's on the move, but I got it. I can feel them right here, so when she moved down here, you're gonna get the picture. So get ready to hit the I'll let you know when though. Girl, can you stay still? This is why I like to have you in some. One of y'all to keep it still, and the other one to take the picture. I just had them. Okay, come back. Come back. There we go. I just want to see where the biggest one is. Freeze. Freeze. Alright, so she has several in there. They look like they probably about 10, not too big. But again, she's one that is so tricky. Sometimes she looks like she building, and then, you know, you saw her and she only 10. But yeah, so this is the Ivory Pastel. So we're gonna measure her real fast. We're gonna measure. And then I'll compare. I can't remember where we had her at the last time, but we'll compare them. Probably about the same. So that's averaging about 9.6. If I measured this one, that one would measure. Let's hit measure again. That's 10.6 and a little off the screen on that one. So, one of these actually, the D4 measured at 16. So from here to here measures at 16. Average for all the measurements I took is about 11 and a half and 12. So let's say she's averaging about 12 for most of the follicles anyway. Alright, so that's the Ivory Pastel. Move on to the next one. Get her cleaned up and get her put back. Alright, so next up we get ready to do Canaan. And Canaan is our yellow belly pie, or some call pumpkin pie. So yeah, we're gonna do Canaan. Canaan has been being paired, and this is one that I'm excited for. I specifically bought my Super Orange Dream Yellow Belly Banana ODM Head Pie money from Aussie to pair specifically with this girl to see what the pairing would produce. So I'm super duper excited about that. Now, I'm not sure if Canaan has any heads. I know that when I got her, she was mis-ID'd, and we, you know, figured it all out, but it just questions with me if there was any other, you know, possible heads with her. She's also from the same clutch as the Ivory Pastel, so let's see. We ready, Michael? Mm-hmm. Yep, we got follicles right there. Let me press to see if I can get a better picture before she get on the move. Oh, there's some real big ones right there too. Let's see. I want to get that little cluster right there. Okay, Michael, freeze. All right. As you can see, she's moving, but she got enough for me to actually capture something. So I'm gonna wipe this off and then measure, and I'll measure that one right there. Distance. It's funny, it's like she caught up to everybody else. Yep. So she's about averaging about 14. So we definitely going to keep her in pairing. I'm gonna probably again feed her, see if she'll eat tonight. And then have her shed, and then after she shed, I'll put her with money again. But yeah, she actually is coming along real good with her follicle side. So and kind of like since the last time, within the last month, she probably actually increased about 7 millimeters. So not unhappy about that. So I gotta remember 14, average of 14 for her. Okay. All right. Okay, guys. So if it looks like it's a different day, it is because it's a different day. So last night I made the creator's error of deleting a big portion of the recording that me and Michael did last night, but the most important part was the ending. So instead of trying to do it again last night, because I was, you know, tired of editing at that particular point, I'm just doing that piece this morning, and I apologize. So right now I'm in my Zen room. In my Zen room is where I kind of focus. It's my goal room. It's my exercise room. I have all my exercise equipment is in this room. My overflow of pocketbook, shoes, my overflow of dresses I keep in this room. So this is like my happy place. So this is normally where I come first in the morning when I have time. But I wanted to add to the sonogram video just a couple things that I wanted to share. So of course a lot of people have been doing this for years and they don't even need a sonogram. What I would say to people who are not new keepers per se like myself, but new breeders, it really helps me to kind of understand the hypotheses that's out there about the process. And I just want to share that. Like one of the girls that we actually sonogrammed last night, I would not have thought would have advanced so much in the last 30 days to be in the same millimeter size as one of the girls who was actually building before her. Another thing that I noticed is that females start to build much sooner than what we think. Now, whether or not that you should breed, then that's totally up to the individual, and that's an individual choice. I know which guidelines I'll be going by based on several people's recommendations, but I will tell you that we have noticed building as early as 800 grams so far, like visible building, not just like little pea follicles, like actually, you know, 10 millimeters and above on some of the much younger snakes, or not, if not necessarily younger, smaller snakes, let's say that. So, and then some of the bigger ones not being as advanced as that particular smaller snake. So that's something that it is helping. I think also it teaches you more about what is that time frame between this period to this period. And what I've noticed so far, that it varies. One of the girls I mentioned last night on the video, that she advanced really quickly compared to what we expected based on how the other ones had did. So that's why I believe, for me as a new beginner, I love the sonogram. I can totally understand the other behaviors that goes along with the building process that an individual who's been doing this breeding for years could recognize that. But I also think that if more sonograms were used earlier, we probably would be more advanced in actually understanding what that actual breeding process is. Is there really a rhyme and reason between the pre-ovulation shed and when she actually ovulates? Like, is that just coincidental, you know, or is this, you know, actual based on factual timing because of all the history of, you know, sonogramming? So we know that a lot of people are just amazing at this because they've been doing it so long, and experience is the best teacher. So I respect both ways. But as for me, the sonogram is fun now that I know how to use it. And I would say that in the last year of using it, I've learned some things along the way that I've kind of like documented for myself that will help me going further into my breeding process. So I want to shout out to Rashad from 212 Exotics. He is the one who like made the contact experience night and day for me when he recommended to change the frequency to 10. And so when I sonogram on 10. You'll see that the first sonogram that I did, I was still at 7 or 7.5 because I forgot to switch it to 10. And I apologize to you guys because on the screen, when I noticed that when we were editing, you could see the follicles better when it was at 7 or 7.5. I could see it from my image much better at 10. So I apologize. I thought when I improved the image for me that it was improving it for you guys, but watching back on the edit that, you know, it did not. So sorry. And then finally, I just want to remind you all that please, if you're interested, I haven't like fully marketed the flyer for sponsorship yet, but I am definitely looking for sponsorships for both of my channels, and there's some, you know, opportunities for video sponsorship as well. So if you are interested, DM me on Instagram. Do not DM me on Facebook unless we talk calmly on Facebook, because I won't respond on Facebook. To be honest, it's just, it helps me keep the junk separated from the business. But if you actually Instagram me on Instagram or DM me on Instagram, I will respond as soon as possible, and normally quickly. I'm normally by Instagram all day some kind of way, unless I'm at the range or something. So yes, so that is coming, and I would appreciate everyone's support. Again, for those of you who know me personally, all of this is a dream for me, and I'm doing something I'm very passionate about, and I'm doing things that I always wanted to do. So anybody who can help support me along the way, that would be definitely a blessing. So I'm super excited for more to come, like our New Year's Eve party. More to come on that. It's already posted on YouTube, scheduled for 11 o'clock p.m. on New Year's Eve, and some of you are going to be getting special invites to join us on screen if you like. I know it's a family day for a lot of people. A lot of people do things. I don't leave the house on New Year's Eve personally. I think it's safer just to be home, and I'll be home with you guys, and we would definitely be sipping on some reptiles and some cocktails. Or no, we'll be sipping on cocktails, no reptiles. All right, and peace.